Hey there, welcome to the Lumiere channel. This is about pick a card, about pick a number, about whether you should reach out or wait. So how this is gonna go is for each number. God, it's gonna be. We'll try to figure out and try to see what could happen if you chose the path of reaching out, and what could happen if you chose the path of waiting. Now, there are more than these two options, so whatever comes through, I'll just say what comes through. As far as making a judgment, you are still sovereign of your life. I cannot tell you what to do. And your case might be different. So let's just see what happens. Let's see how it goes. And I hope that this serves you in a way that is meaningful and valuable to you. I would say before you stop watching your number, wait until I start reading for the other number. Just because sometimes last minute stuff comes through. If you would like a private reading similar to this one to see what comes through, what the guidance is for whatever choice you make, the information for that is in the description box below. I feel tired already because I'm feeling, typically if you're new to my channel, I remove numbers that don't speak to me, that aren't for the reading. I remove them, but all the numbers are saying, hey, we have something to say. So yeah, this is gonna be fun. The timestamps are below. I appreciate you so much for watching this video, and I hope you appreciate me taking the time and energy to do this. I wanted to, but you don't have to be here watching this, so I appreciate you taking time out. So, hey there, number 3. How are ya? Should you reach out or not? What could happen if you reached out? What could happen if you waited? So, let's see. What would happen? What could happen if number 3 reached out? I do jumping cards, so this might take a while, and this is raw. There's no editing. So, I'm sitting with you, you sit with me. That's interesting. Okay, well, whenever I receive these two cards, when this card is like this and this card is like that, it means there's some blockage here. I am not allowed to know certain information, or you are not allowed to know certain information. So take that as you will. However, this came out like this, and it feels right like that. It also feels right like that. So we will take it as it comes. I love this card, and oh, I didn't even tell you. So this dry desert, the home card, education, metamorphosis, storm fields in protection, coming to life in upright, and flying in protection. See if the romance angels I don't think the romance angels have anything to say about this. So the question is, what could happen if you reached out? The education card, in addition to talking about not being able to know everything in this position, talks about general knowledge. It's just a little bit confusing in terms of the message coming through from the flying card. The flying card's message talks about this in this position, it talks about being above it, looking at the stuff that we go through from a higher perspective, from a spirit perspective. Now, in the reverse, kind of says something a little bit different. Coming to life talks about something is slowly maturing, something is slowly coming to life, something is slowly waking up. Storm fields, when it's in this position, it reminds me that not all storms are bad. Sometimes the storms are set to plant different seeds and different, to make things blossom in a way that we didn't know they could. Now, with it being next to the metamorphosis card tells me the message of, I see. Sorry, I just saw something. Tells me the message of change, obviously. And change that's coming to life. This is what I saw. This is the home, right? It's a home. In the storm fields, a home is being destroyed by a storm, right? The storm is passing through. However, and when I look at it like this, it almost feels like the storm is kind of leaving and the home's been intact. When you look at it this way, it also kind of feels like the storm is also leaving, coming or going. But either way, there's been a storm in the situation, and a change has arisen as a result of the storm. And something, as a result of the storm, is coming to life. It's something that was stuck, something that was moot, something that was stagnant is coming to life. This, I'm reluctant to say, it feels like a message in the like, reach out with caution. I'm not here to make a judgment call on whether you should or shouldn't reach out, but in terms of what could happen if you reached out, there's like a mixed message here. The protection cards are, this flying message is really throwing me off. Not to mention the desert. Let me think about this a little bit more, number 3. Give me a hot second. I just need to think. Yeah, I'm getting the message of, like, there's like a movement, but not really, with caution. Because this isn't bad. I don't feel like reaching out would be necessarily a bad thing. However, it could slow the change that is taking place or that needs to take place. Because the flying card is above, and it could disrupt whatever changes are happening that are getting to this point where things finally come alive in the way that they ought to be. So I feel like overall the top message is saying wait with the dry desert in the flying card. It's saying wait, like wait, right? And if you were to reach out, it would okay, I think this is telling a story. What could happen is yeah, it'll feel good, right? It'll feel good for however long it feels good for. And then there will be some destabilization. And then there's gonna be yeah, there is gonna be some uncomfortable destabilization for a bit. But eventually it could result in the, because even then, I'm not sure if you've noticed, but this butterfly is the same butterfly that's here. So I feel like there if you reach out, yeah, it'll feel good or whatever for a bit. It'll feel like coming back home, like yeah, you're with this person again, whatever that means. But it might slow down the process that needs to be happening in this wait time. We'll see what the wait message says, and I'm not even sure if it'll correlate to you, because I'm sure some people say, oh, my message was 3 for reach out and 4 for wait. I don't know, whatever. But what could happen is it might stagnate whatever growth needs to happen. Like, there will be growth anyway. It's just, I think, in the long run, there's still some work to be done before you reach out, because this isn't fully come to life, it's just coming to life. Yeah. So, I mean, it doesn't seem like reaching out will lead to anything horrible. There would just be some rockiness and slow down in the changes that need to happen. So, let's see what wait says or whatever your wait card was. But what could happen is, yeah, it'll feel good when you reach out. It'll feel like coming home, but it kind of like a Thanksgiving coming home, where it's like, oh, it's nice to be home. Oh, but there's some like crap happening with the family, and it's destabilized, and all. Now it's a little bit like there's a change going on, and things are slowly happening. Like, it's not as bad as last year, but it's also not as perfect as it could have been. So, but there's not much protection. The only protection is the storm fields and the flying, but they are pretty decent, pretty good weighted protection cards. But then the home card is here, and coming to life. This metamorphosis is essentially like the death card in tarot in a way. So, but it's not in the reverse position, which would worry me. It would, to me, I would say like, no, definitely not. I don't know. Reaching out wouldn't be the worst thing, really, but it may also not necessarily be the absolute best thing. But I do feel like this outcome is the overall outcome. Just it might be slower. I don't know. That's kind of the gist I'm getting. Like it might be like, yeah, reaching out would be okay, but maybe wait a day or two until something is shifted. So come back and see if the message changes for you in a bit. Let's see what the message is if you wait. What happens if number 3 waits? Oh, this is going to be a long video. You have seen me put the cards back in. Okily dokily. What happens if number 3 waits? What could happen if number 3 waits? Okay. This is interesting. This is interesting. This is very, very interesting. So we have unexpected visitors. We have rescue. We have Dragon's Lair. And we have Gentle Gardener. From this, right off the bat, I feel like so with the previous message, I feel like you could reach out. It's not an absolute no. Here, this kind of seems like knee-jerk reaction. It feels like maybe don't wait. Because the Dragon's Lair card showed up. It's just some stuff is gonna come up. Some stuff is gonna come up in the waiting. The Gentle Gardener in reverse is kind of like telling you to be careful what you plant in your garden. And the Unexpected Visitors card talks about unexpected things. Unexpected. It's essentially, honestly, my idea of the Tower card in Darrow. But it's also kind of giving me it's oddly balancing a bit of the message here. I mean, honestly, like the honey, this is tough. This is not. Yeah. I don't know how long you've been waiting for, but some doubt is creeping up. Let me take a second to see what this is telling me. I need it to be clearer. What could happen if you wait? So, what I was kind of looking at was the home card was here in the previous reading, in the reach out reading. And what I've always found is that this door in this tree, it feels like she's entering the home, right? She's entering that home space that we saw in the beginning. Now, what does that mean for this reading? This almost feels like this feels like what might be going on in your head if you wait. This always catches me as like a, oh, not always, but in this case it catches me as a psyche. In this case it feels like your inner self is just gonna be freaking out if you wait. So in the other reading, if you reached out, it was gonna feel like home, but then there's gonna be some stuff that's gonna happen, and then la la la. But in this reading, it seems like there will be an unexpected, either now they could be the one to reach out, and I only get that because of the rescue card, but not really. If it was in the upright position, maybe. If you wait, there could be someone new coming into your life, someone new potentially coming into their life, some type of something new that'll trigger this dragon's lair and gentle gardener. And it's either you waiting is something new. She's looking so curious inside, like this is a new place. Like, I don't know if this is okay. I don't know if this is allowed. I'm not sure. She's kind of scared. So far, waiting feels weird. And I'm not sure if I'm picking up on you feeling weird about waiting. That it's a muscle stretch because all this other stuff is going to pop up in your head. Like, these are your worries. Or this is what could happen, that someone new could enter the equation. But it doesn't. It does with the rescue card and all this other stuff. It doesn't feel like it could. Like, there could be some new factors involved. But if the magical map shifter had come up, then I'd say for sure, like, yeah, someone new. I do feel someone new or something new would be happening. Yeah, someone new would kind of enter this equation. When I look at the rescue card, it talks about, are you trying to rescue another? Do you believe your love can change someone and miraculously heal this person? Or are you waiting to be rescued? It's funny because the flying card was talking about overreaching what's yours or something like that. That's what the flying card says, and it's the card that's drawing me to read this time is the rescue card, which is saying something about waiting. So it's really interesting. Are you waiting to be rescued? Do you believe that someone will sweep you off your feet and take away all of your troubles? So the rescue card cautions you against romanticizing your situation right now. Look closely and see reality as it is rather than the illusion of how you'd like it to be. Step back and rescue yourself. Yeah, so I'm not sure if in this situation y'all had an argument and you don't know whether you should reach out and make amends and have that talk or not. And you're waiting due to being, I don't know, stubborn or whatever that situation is. I'm not sure. But waiting seems weird. Waiting feels weird. What could happen with the waiting is this kind of unexpected moment or thing. And then the rest of these being in protection and Dragon's Lair. I mean, you don't even know what Dragon's Lair is about. Let me see if I can get a little bit more of a message from this, because yeah, I'm not sure about waiting, man. I'm not sure about waiting. I'm not sure. I don't know what happened between y'all, but I'm not sure about waiting. I feel more confident about reaching out than waiting. And if you gotta apologize, then make that apology. make it sincere. I'm not sure how long you think waiting is, if waiting means for them to come reach out to you, or if waiting means until you're ready. Check what you thought waiting was and check that against both of the readings to see what matches up, because sometimes waiting can be like an hour. I've checked in with my guidance an hour later and it's like, now, do it now. And other times it's like, no, try next week. So let me know what's going on in your situation. Let me see what, there's something else. Let me see what else wants to come through for you. Hold on. So the Dragon's Lair talks about you have a remarkable internal warning system that lets you know when things are out of alignment. You're about to enter dangerous territory, so tread carefully and be aware of your surroundings. I'm not sure if y'all had an argument. I'm not sure what the situation was, but you have this information to see what's going on for you, and if you've been on the fence about reaching out, there's that guidance. If you've been on the fence about waiting a little bit longer to make the person feel that pain, I don't know what your deal is, you guys. Let me know what's good. Hey, number 8. Welcome. What could happen if you wait? What could happen if you reach out? What could happen if you wait? I'm shuffling this raw. I'm giving this guidance raw and intuitively, so sometimes it takes a bit to get the full message and get the full picture. I spent 30 minutes on the last reading. I don't want to spend that much time on each one, so I'm going to try and give you the short and skinny of what I can and then move on. So, because I don't want to be here all night. There's like 9 cards. If I did 30 minutes each, you do the math. I'm not trying to do that. So, what could happen if number 8 reached out? Okay. Jeez. Okay. Oh, really? I could have sworn. Okay. The magic stream. Deep freeze. Wishing well. Balancing act. In protection. Intention and protection. And making a choice. Okay, so this is slightly more straightforward than the other reading, Jesus Christ. Okay, know that everything is connected, right? So what could happen if you reached out? The guidance that's first and foremost speaking here is in making a choice about what your true intentions are in reaching out. What do you really want to do? What are you really looking for? What are you really hoping for? What are you really wishing for in reaching out with this person or whatever it is that you're dealing with? Yeah, the making a choice card, I really quite like it. It has plain and simple and talking about making a choice. Either go making the choice over there, making a choice over here. And this is what we're trying to do here. Balancing act is in protection, so I talked about being out of balance. Oddly enough, it's 11 and 22. And they're both reversed. And that, to me, feels very interesting. The deep freeze says wait for signs of spring. Right now, just don't just sleep. Wait for signs of spring. So if the message here was to reach out, it might be, yeah, reach out, but not quite yet. And I think it's really more so encouraging to make it certain to yourself about what your true intentions are moving forward when whatever your decision is with this person or this thing that you're doing. Having these two in reverse and having them be these kind of angel numbers, 11 being that number and 22 for me being a coupley angel number, and them being in a similar color scheme as deep freeze kind of tells me that I don't think reaching out would be too bad, honestly. The magic stream here is really wonderful in saying everything is connected. Like whatever it is that's going on, everything is connected. In your choice that you make, everything is connected. So make sure that you set your intention and have the balance out. So if you're trying to reach out to somebody, make like at least base the intention in not just your needs but their needs as well. The wishing well says once you set your intent, I friggin' love how this happened. Like your intention isn't maybe set, and once you set your intention, then walk away from your wish. So if you do decide to reach out, whenever you decide to reach out, make it a non-committal reach out. Maybe something that you do it when you can walk away, where it doesn't make you angsty. Yes. Yeah. And this is what I tell my girlfriends all the time. I'm like, girl, if you're gonna reach out to him, be sure that you're gonna be okay with him not responding back to you. Be sure that you're gonna be okay if he doesn't respond to you. Like, only then can you send the message. Because then at least it won't destabilize your world. So set your intention, whatever that is, like a pure intention for your both of you's highest good and well-being, for you and your person. And once you set your intention, release your hold on it and make the choice, whatever your choice is, and trust that everything is connected. So let me see if anything else is coming through. So even in your decision, like you may not know 10 steps ahead, 20 steps ahead what you want, but at least getting the essence of it is good. Making a choice talks about whatever the choice is, you must take responsibility for it, yet you don't be afraid. And that's when I said, yeah, that relates to the magic stream, saying everything is connected, and definitely be balanced in that choice. I love that, because it says you're faced with a dilemma or a fork in the road and must make a conscious choice regarding the next right action. And the balance card definitely supports that. And it's so cute. I freaking love how this works. The card goes on to say, trust your intuition. Ask for a sign from spirit and you'll be led down the right path. If you remain conscious and aware, your choice will be the right one this time. Life is always about learning. I say that's hilarious because I was talking about signs earlier, and there's 11 and a 22 here. Now, granted, they're in the protection, which calls my attention to say, set the intention. And making a choice, as it's time to make a choice, set an intention. When I read the intention card, it talks about, are you clear about your intentions, or are you in a foggy state of denial about your true motives or ambitions? Which is what I was saying earlier. So the cards' raw messages from the book is highlighting and pressing on the intuitive guidance that I got from what could happen if you reach out. So set your intention, pure intention, good intention. So that everyone can benefit. Let's see what happens, or let's see what guidance comes through for the weight. Gosh, that was so straightforward. Number 3 was hard. I feel like people are gonna come for me for number 3. People come for you, and you're just like, do you read? Do you do things intuitively? Do you know what work this is? It's trying to predict the future, but can't predict something that hasn't happened yet. Especially when people have their own sovereignty and agency and are always flip-flopping their decisions, therefore changing the course of nature and their path. Come on. Okay. What could happen if 8 waited? What? Oh, where are you? Okay. What's the guidance on waiting? What could happen if 8 waited? I just did a couple flips. Cool. So waiting is referring to the past for me. Waiting is referring to the past, and perhaps there was an argument, or perhaps there was something that happened and you hurt this person. Or they hurt you. Perhaps there was some mutual hurt, because heal the ouch also feels good in the upright position. It feels very good in the upright position. Okay. Feels like you both hurt each other. Maybe you've been really hurting. So if you have been hurting, I mean, the message that I'm getting is heal. Take time to heal. And leave the past in the past. And take things slow. So she's I'm laughing because I feel like I shouldn't have done a reach out versus wait, because some reach out messages say wait, some wait messages say don't wait. Like, it's just confusing to decipher the message in the way that I framed it, so I'm kind of regretting it. But anyway, um the slow and steady is in healing this whatever's going on. Take your time. Slow and steady is kind of a bit, slow and steady feels like active waiting, right? As you're waiting, if you do decide to wait while you're making your choice, making your intention, especially if there was pain in this situation where you both hurt one another and you're still hurting, but you miss them, or you want to be in touch with them, or whatever the case may be, before you can even set your intention, the 22 11 11 112, before you can even do that, maybe the bone collector is here to say, hey honey, I got you, I'm waiting for them bones. So take your time to heal what you need to heal, so that if you were to set the intention to reach out, you're reaching out from a place of good intention, right? So what the guidance is for wait, I should stop saying what could happen, because clearly they're not trying to help me predict nothing. But what could happen if you waited is you would hopefully start healing whatever needs to be healed for you, and even for them. It could mean that you need to apologize, or they need to apologize to you, or you need to apologize to yourself for allowing that situation, or being a part of that situation, or really forgiving yourself. I'm a coach and speaker, and I was doing a talk on forgiveness, and that was huge. So forgiving ourselves is good, so then we don't punish ourselves or our partners moving forward in our relationships. Forgiveness is a process too, it doesn't happen just like that. So the guidance for wait is take it slow and steady. Do what you need to do when you need to do it, and healing takes time. But the bone collector is there for you to leave your bones with her. You got a bone to pick? Leave it with her so she can take it away from you. So when you move forward into the future, slow and steady, you're moving forward and leaving the past behind with her, because she's happy to take them bones. So if you gotta wait, use that time to heal, and then set the intention if you as an 8 are taking that 8 and this 8. Because I feel like there's gonna be some people who take 8s reaching out and like 4s leaving or waiting, whatever. Okay, thank you so much for watching. If you're new, I would love for you to subscribe. If you're an existing subscriber, thanks for supporting this channel. I appreciate your comments and your kind words. They really help fuel me, because I don't have to be doing this, so I appreciate you. And if you like the video, please like it, and I will see you in the comments. Till then, keep your light on, and good luck. Hey, number 1. Hey, number 1. So, we're asking about reaching out or waiting. What's the guidance on reaching out, and what's the guidance on waiting? Let's see. What's the guidance on number 1 reaching out? What's the guidance on number 1 reaching out? But we just had this. Gazowie. What happened, number one? What happened? Right off the bat, I'm going to say you're not ready to reach out, man. You're not ready to reach out. I should just end this right here. You're not ready to reach out. There's still some healing that needs to be done. You're not feeling at home in yourself. You're still kind of blaming them for what happened. They haven't maybe apologized to you in the fight or argument or situation that happened between you two. You're still kind of ruminating, and maybe it's still fresh, actually. Like it just happened quite recently, or you're still kind of hung up or caught up, and I don't mean that disrespectfully. I just mean that in terms of like it's still going in your head. It's still something that is active in your psyche. Yeah, I don't think I need any more. This is pretty clear. Heal the ouch in reverse. So they hurt you, right? There's some healing, and you kind of want an apology. I don't think you're ready to be reaching out. I think you kind of want them to reach out. Your home is unstable. You're still thinking about what happened, what went wrong, what happened with you guys, what your argument was about, what your thing was about. Maybe you just broke, I don't know, something you guys had. It's either fresh, it feels fresh, or it's still so fresh because you keep kind of replaying it in your head for whatever reason, because it still hurts. So I think, yeah, reaching out doesn't seem like the thing that's going to happen. There's a lot of protection here, so it doesn't feel like reaching out is the option for you right now. This was pretty, thank you for that. I hope you're okay. Let me know what's going on with you in the comments. I hope you're alright. I hope you're okay. Okay. Let's see what the guidance is on waiting for you. See what the guidance is on waiting for you. What's the guidance on number one waiting? I wonder what it's gonna be. What's the guidance on number one waiting? I love you long after you're gone, gone, gone. Feel my head strong and my bones strong. Feel my heart when it don't stop beating. Oh, come on, there's nothing? I know it's a song. My heart never stops beating for you. Number one, I said this is raw. I am not editing this. It's straight, so there's going to be moments like this where I'm just waiting for your guidance to come through. There it is. My heart stops beating for you, for you. No. You will never be afraid. I love you long after you're gone. Long after you're gone, gone, gone. Ghostlands. Yeah, encouragement and Dragon Slayer. Whoa. Okay, so you're either maybe you've been reaching out lately, or something, and things have been going from like bad to worse in the reaching out. I'm not sure. The call is for you to be present. The call is for you to be present to this moment. The call is for you to I think like really kind of figure out what's going on with you and within you right now first. And obviously there is an acknowledgement that there's some sense of discouragement, or it's just really just more so encouraging you that mistakes happen. I think it was, I don't remember what your reach out was, I forgot, but I think there was the heal the ouch card, and that either encouragement that if this was like a love situation, that you'll find someone else to you'll find someone else, period, or that you definitely still have some stuff to deal with about this person. It's here it talks about being obsessed with, like, for me it always feels like being obsessed with the past and with the present, and with the future, and kind of just being in between world and not being in the present moment. And like, this feels like not attending to your needs right now, your own needs, like number one's needs, and you're feeling really discouraged. Like, I see that here, and scared, maybe unsure. Yeah, definitely unsure of the future if you wait. Definitely unsure and scared of the future. Maybe scared of losing this person, even though they hurt you or you hurt them. Even though there was some hurt in the past, and then you're worried and feeling unsafe in the future and not trusting it. So as far as waiting, I feel like it's about getting present. Like, the guidance is to get present. And that's quite challenging. That's really challenging. And so you're feeling discouraged, obviously. It's challenging to look at how things are and not worry about the past and keep repeating that, or to actually look at how things are now and not worry about the future, thinking, oh, is this how it's going to be forever? And maybe this might mean waiting for another person who's going to be better to you, or who you're going to be better to, and that's scary. Maybe I won't meet that person, or maybe there's no one for me, or whatever that situation might be. This could be that kind of waiting, that it is scary, and that you're worried a lot about the future, having the past be repeated in the future. And so obviously there's that sense of discomfort of exploring someone or some other new situation. Maybe you're even moving and like you're worried. I'm not sure. Is someone moving here? Somehow I got that. Maybe someone, like one person. Yeah. Just beating yourself up about like what happened and what could happen, what it means for yourself. And because this does talk about like beating yourself up, and maybe not trusting. Yeah, like I think I just mentioned that, not trusting. I consulted the guidebook because this card was calling to me. There's something about this little baby giraffe that was like, what? There's something here for me, for you, number one. And it's kind of, yeah, that trust factor, trusting that you can trust yourself, especially after the hurt that happened. For any I asked for any extra guidance for you. The Wizard of Awareness. Yeah, he talks about being present and being aware, and he's here to be like, yeah, you know, it feels like maybe you're starting to do that. Into the unknown in reverse is kind of fighting the fact that you are entering unknown territory. The Dragon's Lair. I always like to think that, not always, but when these two cards show up together, I feel like sometimes that part of the Dragon's Lair is this part here. And here she's going into the unknown, and she's blindfolded, and she's upside down, and she's like, oh my god, I have to use a whole different type of skill set that I don't know how to use in a new place, and it's scary. Oh, the Deep Freeze card. The Deep Freeze card came up in reverse, which kind of feels like maybe you're forcing something to work when really you have to go into the unknown. Whatever you've been doing isn't working. And the Wishing Well is just kind of here to say, like, hey, honey, like, set the intention of what you want and walk away from it and just trust, right? Like, this is probably her at the masquerade ball being like, all right, I set my intention. Let's see what happens, going balls out. So, I hope you're okay. I really do. You will be okay. It is very, very scary going into the unknown, but somehow, when we were babies, we made it to this age. We went to kindergarten and went to all these different kinds of experiences in our lives, and somehow we made it through. So I'm also kind of getting that if you need like guidance or a coach, a mentor, a spiritual leader, some sort of like mentor. The Follow the Leader card didn't come up, but if you kind of need support to help, like, be your anchor and to just be someone to just be there for you in addition to yourself, while you're going through this time of waiting, that you're actively engaging with others. So I hope you're alright, boo. Leave me a comment and let me know what's going on in your world. If you're new, I'd love you to subscribe. If you like the video, I hope you like the video. It'll be nice to see that. Okay. Keep your light on, number one, and good luck. Hey, number 7. Hey. How are you? How are you, number 7? Number 7. Reach out or wait? That's the question. Reach out or wait? That is the question. Let's see what guidance comes up for each one, and you can be sovereign of your life and decide what you want to do. What do you want to do with your life? What's the guidance for reaching out? What's the guidance for waiting? What's the guidance for number 7 reaching out? What's the guidance for number 7 reaching out? This is raw, by the way, number 7, and it's shuffled. Takes a bit of time. No, come on. Really? I'm actually not taking that. Nope. Gosh. What's the cards number 7? Some cards came out. Let me actually show them to you so you're not just staring at my the Visit of Awareness in Protection and Slow and Steady in Protection. Okay. You're being too eager, number 7. You're being way too eager. Way too eager, honey. You need to take a step back. You need to take a step back. You need to take a step back. Breathe. Breathe. And just watch. Don't believe me, just watch. Don't believe me, just watch. That's... Nothing else is coming out, so this is for you. 3. Yeah, just wait. This feels like, be aware. Just watch. See what comes up. You're fighting something here. You're fighting something here, number 7. You're fighting something here. I'm not sure if you want to watch number 3s. It's kind of messy, but I feel called to read the slow and steady card, which is like you're like just pushing against, like, take a step back, right? It says pushing things forward impulsively will not only prevent success, but potentially cause more trouble than you're prepared to handle. Huh? Moving too quickly will only yield unripe fruit with a bitter taste. Slow down, breathe, meditate. You're not a human being, you're a human doing. Everything will work out if you can only apply the brakes and become more aware, okay, of what's happening in this moment. Calm focus on the now, breathing in the beauty of your surroundings will restore your power. Yeah, like, I love how the guidebook basically reiterates everything I just said. Wait, lean back, like, hold on, like, just be aware, just be aware. It might be, it will be hard for you. It will be hard for you to do that, but breathe, take it an hour at a time. There's some real good guided meditations on YouTube. Just breathe, and don't do anything you're gonna regret. Don't do anything that's premature. Let's see what your wait message is, and you can make your sovereign choice. Okay? What could happen if number 7 waits? What's the guidance on waiting? Something told me to show you me shuffling your cards, okay? And we just got the same card. So, it is gonna be hard for you to wait, because it is unknown territory for you to wait. It's scary for you to wait. You're afraid that something might happen, something might take place to take this person or this thing away from you, and it's a loss of control, and whatever that means. But for now, number 7, that is your message. Slow and steady, deliberate. 7, number 7. Into the unknown. It is dangerous territory for you. It is new. It is scary for you. I acknowledge that. I'm here. I'm here with you, and I'm giving you a big hug. It's just, you really have to wait, because it might be if you take action. I always want her facing something. Oh, whatever. Ooh. As above, so below. Yeah, it's going to be uncomfortable. It's going to be scary. It's going to be something that you're unprepared to do, something that you're not confident in. But keep an open mind and see what just being aware will do for you. Yeah, it's not the time for careless adventure, as the Skelet Bear and Reed would say. So go slow, go steady, and just be aware. Just breathe. Be cautious. Even go within, seeing how her hands are over her heart. Just kind of take your time. No rush. No rush. Number 7, no rush. Let me know what's going on with you in the comments. I'd love to hear from you. If you liked the video, it'd be cool if you liked it. If you'd like to subscribe, that'd be kind of nice too. Let me know what's going on with you. I hope you're alright. I swear I keep saying the rock bottom card. It's creeping me out. Yeah, let me know what's going on with you. I hope you're alright. I hope you're okay. Hope you're okay. I'll keep your light on number 7. Okay? Good luck. Number 6. Hey, number 6. Hey, number 6. What's going on for you? I have yet to use the romance angels this entire time. They're just kind of sitting there quiet, pouting. Being like, if you need me, we're here. We're here. We're here. We're here. Okay. So number 6. What could happen if you reach out? What do you need to know about reaching out? What's the guidance on reaching out? Yes. Oh, man. Alright. Oh. Okay. Okay. Oh, number 6. Number 6. Number 6. Any more guidance on number 6 reaching out? No. That was not. Alright. We have the Dragon's Lair. We have the Magical Map Shifter. This handsome man. The only young man in the deck. And the compass in protection. The Magical Map Shifter is also in protection. And funny, the Magical Map Shifter has the compass as well, as he shifts maps. Look, what could happen if you reach out is what's happening could be changed. And your true north, your true desire might be then not aligned. Might be out of alignment. Yeah, that's what I'm getting. The Dragon's Lair. This is the 3rd time or 4th time it's popped up in this reading, and it has not been reversed once. It doesn't matter. Reverse means the same thing. It's it's scary. It's dangerous territory. Let me see what else comes through for you, but yeah, reaching out. When the magical map shifter shows up, I pay attention. He rarely shows up, but when he does, I'm like, damn it, man. And the fact that he has the compass and the compass is out and they're both in the reverse position kind of tells me that reaching out might take you into a place that is just kind of out of alignment and maybe even delaying whatever outcome it is that you want. Now, again, you are sovereign over your life and you get to choose if you want to go on this adventure. Or not, right? I don't know. There's sometimes you just gotta wait a second, wait an hour. I don't know. This energy shifts. Let me see what else is coming through for you, number 6. Yeah, so I'm just gonna go on ahead and read the magical map shifter so it cements what I just said, because it did. It cements this message, baby. The reverse, the magical map shifter card may bring you the opposite of what you seek, right? Perhaps you're in denial about your situation and refuse to see the truth, or maybe you've been traveling down a path that has constantly led you to a field of poppies, and maybe you have, because the compass is here also, but I feel like this is to emphasize the magical map shifter, which is also to emphasize these two are really emphasizing each other, and it's kind of like to this. Or you've been in this state of being and it has led you to just being really misaligned, right? To have the life you really want, you must be a vibrational energy and resonate with it. I totally get that. I get that. If I want a man who wants me, who I know desires me and wants to know about my world, I can't always be the one initiating. Because then I don't know if he wants me. I don't know if he wants to be a part of my world because I don't give him a chance to show me that he does. I don't allow him the room to. I'm misaligned from what I really want. So sometimes taking a step back is wise. This is the guidance for reaching out is this. Sometimes our greatest hurts and disappointments are what awaken us to our need to shift to a higher frequency. Greatest hurts and disappointments might awaken us to the fact that hopefully finding this video was exactly the message that you needed to hear for whatever situation you're going through, to say, hey honey, wake the F up, right? Wake up, 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 wake up. Align yourself. Let's see what happens if you wait. If there are any card readers or any like intuitives or whatever that do this type of stuff, y'all ever get nervous? I don't know what's coming through. I trust that I put my energy in here, and then songs will come through, or thoughts, and the cards will help explain things in bites. I had someone comment saying, it's so irritating. I had so many beautiful comments, so many wonderful comments, and I appreciate all of them. And then there's that one comment where I just kind of want to say, do you read? Do you read? Can you tell me how many times you changed your outfit today? And how you changed your hair, how you can't decide on a hairstyle, and then you go to the store with the hairstyle that you wanted, and then the salon, and then you change it at the last minute. It's the same thing, honey. Like, you people have sovereignty. It is difficult to see certain things about someone when they haven't even made a decision, or they're in a state of Obsession. Okay, number 6. Thanks for listening to my moment. But anyway, I say that to say, sometimes messages come to us in the most unlikeliest of ways. What does number 6 need to know about waiting? What could waiting yield for number 6? What guidance is there for number 6 waiting? I got no strings to hold me down. Let me put you guys back in. No. Oh, my babies are so old. They shuffle poorly. Number 6, what's going on? What's the situation with you specifically, number 6? What are you asking about? And why are you asking it? What's the situation with you? What is going on? I'm shuffling the cards. And the thing is, when I shuffle the cards, I flip them too. Like, I do something like this. And then I do this again and I flip them. So, the fact that this... Baby, what's good? I'm seeing a bug here. Oh, it's a frog. Is something else influencing your compass? What's influencing your compass, number 6? What's influencing your compass? This just showed up twice for you. And this didn't pop out. I felt it like jumped when I was shuffling. And I was like, and I was like, no, this is the one. And now it either popped up like this. No, it definitely popped up like this. But it doesn't feel, I'm feeling warm when it's like this. So, waiting will reorient your compass. I can only think waiting will reorient your compass. It's just reiterating the previous message. Waiting will reorient your compass. There must be something you gotta work through, or something that you gotta debug, or something that needs to be reoriented, reworked in your personal emotional system, honey. And that comes from a place of love. Have you been obsessing? There's a bug on your compass, man. There's a bug on your compass. There's a bug on your compass, and that's gotta be taken care of. Is there anything else for number 6? Anything else for number 6? Peaks of joy. There's a bug on your compass. Are you having some mental, I hate saying illness, but mental illness, mental ailment, or, even depression, or, I forgot what your previous message was. What was it? It was that, the magical map shifter, and the Dragon's Lair. The Dragon's Lair is a very hard card. I remember getting that card, that message. I remember getting that message, and it's a scary looking card. It's a scary looking card. It's a scary card. So we got Peaks of Joy and the protection too. So Peaks of Joy has a message that always slips my mind. So I'm it's definitely something messing with your joy, something messing with your compass again. Something's going on with your compass. Finding your joy? How are you doing? How are you doing, number 6? What's going on? What's going on in your world? What's going on in your world? This kind of feels like the previous reading. God, I don't remember what I said in the reach out. I don't remember at all. Guidance just comes in and out. I wish I could remember. Not sure if I said something about other people, getting them to help you as you go through, you know, the unknown. No, that was the previous one. I'm getting a read on the previous one. If that's for you, let me know. But the Peaks of Joy heavily talks about kind of saying I'll be happy when, right? Like I'll be worthy when. And so this is something that I've been thinking about lately, about waiting on life. Like life is happening right now, number 6. In this moment, we are living and breathing. Like life is happening right now. Waiting until that job, waiting until you lose weight, waiting until that guy calls you, waiting until that girl finally, whatever, waiting until this person does this, that, and the other. It may not ever happen. Life happens now. Life is happening right now. You don't know what's going to happen tomorrow, in the next hour, or what could happen in the world. As of this day, as of today, like this is the first time ever that a North Korean leader has crossed the border into South Korea. Who would have thunk it? Life is happening now. We never know what's going to happen tomorrow. You never know what's going to happen tomorrow. Find some sort of joy in today, and if that's hard, be easy on yourself. Like be gentle with yourself. Why wait to arrive at the perfect destination before allowing yourself to experience sheer delight? So I feel like waiting for you is what I described, which is you're not alone. I've been experiencing this lately, this thought of just realizing that life is happening now. Waiting does not mean holding your breath and waiting until XYZ happens for you to breathe. You can breathe right now. Find a way to breathe, number 6. Find a way to breathe and reorient your compass. It's broken. Something's going on. I hope you're okay. Keep your light on, number 6. You're worth it. Hope you're well. If you like this video, go ahead and like the video. That would be kind of cool. If you'd like to subscribe, I'd love to have you. If you'd like to book a session, information's in the description box below. And I'll see you in the comment section. Until then, keep your light on. And good luck, honey. Doop doo da doop doo da da da. My battery is dying. My battery is dying. My battery is dying. My battery. My battery. My battery is dying. Oh, I need to buy a longer cord. Cause this just ain't gonna work for me. My battery is dying. My battery is dying. My battery is dying. My battery is dying. My battery is not dying anymore. The charger is working. But I'm not a fan of this angle. I hate it. It's a strong word, but it's just annoying because I can't be comfortable. Oh, oh Lord. I pray for people who need it. May they feel your love, your kindness, and your joy. And may those who need to feel your light, feel your light. Are you watching the break? Are you watching the break? If you're watching the break, let me know in the comments, cause oh my. I hope you can't hear the music. It's just for me. Music is everything. The inspiration for this reading came from me doing it for myself in relation to my twin flame. It's really hard to wait sometimes to reach out, but sometimes you realize that waiting is what might get you what you want and what's good for both of you. And then sometimes it's hard to reach out because of stubbornness or patterns, and you just don't know. So I really just wanted to put this out there and see if it hits for others, if it can help people who are kind of in that same space of I don't know what to do. Do I wait or do I reach out? What do I need to know about reaching out? What do I need to know about waiting? That kind of thing. The cards won't let me predict. They won't. They just won't. So I just wonder how many people in the comments are going to be like, I swear I've gotten maybe 5. People who didn't watch the video and then eventually watched it and they're like, oh, I get it. People who don't like my style. Baby, I don't choose how my fucking style comes through. Talk to God about that. Call him up and be like, hey, can you give loose, clearer guidance, please, for me, for free on YouTube? Get out of here. This is how it comes. At least it's coming. You try it. Some people are very succinct, and other people, I don't know how they do it. With the years of practice, I've been using my intuitiveness without knowing I was using it, and then I realized I was using it, and I was like, oh my god, and I became even better at using it for my clients. And that was pretty awesome. Using it in this capacity is thrilling and exciting. So I wanted to share with people out there who just need some guidance on what to do. Life can be confusing and alone and scary. You just don't know what's coming. And you never know. I got a the cards kept popping up and falling out, and I'm like, what? And I got something that was like, oh, something's gonna happen on the full moon, and I'm like, fuck, the full moon is like now. So I asked, I was like, what do I need to know about the full moon? And some protection cards came up and some other messages, and I'm just like, ugh. I don't really like doing future stuff, to be honest with you. I'd rather not know sometimes. Especially when it's something I can't really help or control. I just hope everyone in my life is gonna be okay. Anyway, break's done. I don't really know who listened to this, but if you did, let me know in the comments, because that would be real sweet. Number 9. Hey, number 9. So reach out or wait, right? Reach out or wait. Reach out or wait. Nope. Oh gosh. Okay. Let's do reach out first. How's that? What do we need to know about reaching out? What's the guidance on reaching out? What could happen if number 9 reached out? Okay. I don't know if that's what you were trying to do. I just need some clearer okay. I don't trust those. So I'm not even going to look at them. Okay, I think this, yeah, you're right. Okay, hey, number 9. So you got Sad Embrace. Bone Collector. And Goblins. Hobgoblin. You're not ready to reach out, number 9. This is the most emotive card for me. I really feel this card, and I just don't think that you're in the right place emotionally, mentally to reach out. I think you know that. Maybe you just needed permission to not reach out. I think there's some things that you are still dealing with. I do feel that you are dealing with them, like from the past, and maybe even some root causes, some old wounds and that have been flared up by whatever situation this is or was. I feel like you're trying to take care of them, but there's also some fears around that are cropping up. Some negative self-talk, some self-bashing, and I think really the Bone Collector is in between this thing of being like, you know, feel your sadness, honey, like feel your sadness, feel what you gotta feel. And she's kind of acting as a barrier between this negative self-talk that's going on within yourself. Oh, I'm not good enough, I'll never be good enough, I'm not worthy, I'm a piece of this and that. I just think that you're really having a hard time, forgiving yourself, forgiving the past. And I think reaching out would not necessarily be a good idea because you're too vulnerable right now. you're not strong enough to do that, period. Reading from the, having said that, I feel like this card will add an extra layer because it's kind of calling for me. It's the first time it showed up. I've been very surprised that it hasn't, but it has. And this kind of, yeah. Anyway, it talks about, it's often difficult to deal with someone else's issues because they impact your own. No one is perfect, but in this case, you're particularly vulnerable to being manipulated. And like I said earlier, I just love how, like, the cards in the end help support what I was intuitively trying to tell you. The bone collector is standing here in between, protecting this sad person, allowing them to feel the sadness they need to feel, and protecting them from what I initially said was negative self-talk. And sometimes, if you say something about yourself in your head, like your negative self-talk, and you ask yourself, whose voice is that really? It comes up not really even being your voice, it's someone's voice in your life, right? Because that's something that they say to you, that's something that you believe they think about you, something that they have said to you. And so in this vulnerable position, the bone collector is like, no, I'm waiting for your bones to collect, the stuff that's on your mind, but I'm gonna wait here and stand guard while you go through this stuff that's kind of mentally attacking you while you're super vulnerable. So I'm going to continue reading the Goblins card. It says, I'm not going to read that. Don't let other people's stuff lead you into reacting from an old wound. Did I not say something about, like, something old earlier? That's awesome. Come through, goblins. Love yourself unconditionally. Set boundaries, and your goblins will fall asleep. So, take some time for you. I don't think that you're I don't believe that you're in a stable place to be reaching out to anybody right now. To be honest, it's reaching out to whatever the situation is right now. If you need to reach out to someone you trust for help and to be held, have at it. But as far as reaching out for, I'm not sure if there's been some addiction or I only say that because the rock bottom card tried to, like, poke out. Maybe you're feeling like you are not at the top of your game, obviously, like maybe it's a fall from grace, but anyway, you're not alone, honey. Yeah, it just keeps showing up. Golly. Keeps showing up. Let's see what happens if you wait. What the message is, rather, for waiting. What does number 9 need to know about waiting? What's the guidance on waiting for number 9? And what could happen if number 9 waits? Come together right now over me. Huh, that's interesting. Dum, 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 dum. This was, oh baby, come on. Oh god. Oh my god. Alright, this one tried to kind of do some flippies and I caught it, so let's see how this feels. whatever. Come together in protection, making a choice. 45. I mean, wow. Sad embrace. Number 9. I'm giving you a hug. I don't know what's going on with you, but sad embrace just is really it's a big freaking deal for me. Anyway. In waiting, while there is sadness, be aware of suffering over your own suffering also. The bone collector was there in your previous reading, and so was goblins. And it was I said the bone collector is there to collect them bones, right? And the bone collector was standing between you, protecting you and holding space for you, sacred space for you to be sad while you were not under attack, but while also kind of holding space for you while you're sad, while, you know, whatever the goblins were saying, or whatever people are saying, whatever in your life, or whatever you're telling yourself, right? Whatever your own inner demons are kind of saying to yourself, or negative thoughts, or unworthy type thoughts are conjuring up within you. Why do I bring that up? This card makes sense in this situation, where it could have been like, it doesn't feel wrong here, and it doesn't feel wrong here. While you are still really feeling the effects of whatever happened or whatever is happening in your life, in waiting, be careful of suffering over your own suffering, right? Kind of being so used to suffering that you wear that as, this is who I am now, as this is who I really am. Like, yes, take time for your sadness, take time for you to feel your sadness and move through it, but don't make the mistake of, what I like to say, building a home in your sadness. When the sad embrace card comes up in reverse, for me, it still does acknowledge suffering and a sadness. But the message for me that always sticks out is suffering over your own suffering, right? Where it kind of becomes a little bit more self-inflicted. So what's really interesting here is this choice that you have to make of choosing whether to suffer over your own suffering or choosing to come together in some sort of way. And it's funny because this coloring is sort of similar, and that's sort of similar, but really it looks more like, you know, this-ish color scheme, which I think is interesting. Okay, so as it relates to this message and the choice you're about to make, it really speaks to the goblins, and having another person and kind of the suffering over your own suffering and that scenario. So I'm going to read this card to you because I can't find the words to properly explain what this is. It to me speaks to me. It feels like boundaries, especially in the context of this, and making a choice on what you will and will not accept in after moving through your sadness, and in after moving past and disallowing yourself to suffer over your own suffering, where you're kind of perpetuating and feeding that suffering. If you were to decide to enter into where you're no longer suffering over your own suffering and you've left your sadness, the next course of action in waiting, right? This is what happens if you wait, right? Is to figure out how to express what you want better, because the coming together card isn't coming apart. When I see this, I feel like it could be flipped, and it could be like that, where you're ascending into something beautiful. And this is like, oh god, this is like my couple card. I freaking love this card. It reminds me of my twin flame and XYZ. So I'm gonna read this whole to you so you can really get this message. I feel like you need it. And Colette has a way with words, and I feel like it might speak to you with this overall message and what you truly need to hear. So I have no ego over I like when I'm able to intuitively decipher something, but I also really like being able to step aside and it's for you. Like, I'm guidance first. I try to give you as much guidance as I can, and then give you even more from what the source material says about the card, so that at least you can find even more peace in what hits for you. So I have no qualms about reading from the book. When the come together card appears reversed, it's a sign that perhaps a love connection is unbalanced. Is intimacy being withheld from you, or are you withholding it from another? Longing and yearning, suffering over your own suffering, are often mistaken for love, when in fact they are signs of lack. Oh, I just learned something. How many times have I read this? Always something new. I love reading this. Perhaps you've been doing all the emotional work and pouring your water into an empty well, to the point that you're now also depleted. Know this: true love will not be denied you. What is truly for you will never walk past you or require this much energy. Drop the agendas, the fight, the need to win, and allow love to flow through you. True love will always find its reflection in another. So suffering over your own suffering can be kind of perpetuating a certain pattern, and I totally get that. I'm not sure if you were the one I was speaking to, or if it was the card before you, about where if I want a man who wants to who is genuinely interested in my world and wants to care for me and be there for me and curious about me, I can't be always reaching out to him. I can't be always initiating conversation. I can't be always leading conversation, creating conversation, and creating bonding moments. I kind of need to see where he's at. If I do that, I never know if he's truly into me, or if he's just comfortable in what I've set, right? I don't know if he can really give me what I want, if this relationship is really the right one for me. I have to step aside and allow. Now, suffering over my own suffering would be a situation where I say, oh, he never calls me, he never asks me about my true story. He never asks me about my world, he never follows up with me about my stuff. Like, oh man, why? And then I continue that. I don't do anything to pattern interrupt, to break that pattern. I don't make a choice. I just continue on the path I've been on, expecting him to just flip and do what I need him to do. It's not until I pick a path of, no, I want a guy who knows that he who wants to care for me in that way, that that happens. And true story, it did. Right? It wasn't until I was like, I'm doing this to myself. I am perpetuating this relationship that we have that's one-sided, where I am depleted. I am tired. My cup is empty. I'm now becoming resentful of hearing about his day and his stuff, because he never asks me about me and my stuff. I don't want that. I love hearing about his stuff. I don't want it to be a bad thing. So I have suffering over my own suffering. I have to break that and make that choice so we can come together in a way that feels right. So take that message for what you will, number 9, and I'm wishing you luck, and hope that you keep the light on. I hope you're alright. I'd love to hear from you in the comments. If you would like to like the video, that'd be kind of cool. If you'd like to subscribe, that'd be super cool. I hope you're alright. Hope you're taking care of yourself. I hope you're taking care of yourself. Baby. Oh, fuck, number 9. What the fuck? What is happening? What is... Dear Lord, please watch over number 9. I pray that number 9 can feel your love. Number 9, I don't know what's going on with you, but you're worrying me. You're worrying me. Take care of you. Man, should I read this? Should I read this to you? I'm gonna read that to you. It's popped up 3 times, and I thought in the previous reading, compass popped up twice, same position. It popped up 3 times. This is, and I was just shuffling haphazard. You saw that. You saw that. Loss is a part of life. Let go and allow time to heal you. You may be entering into a period where loss is a theme. Perhaps you're having to let go of a long-cherished dream. If so, take heart, for this ending may have been for the highest good, for your highest good. A better and more powerful dream will be realized in your life if you can accept the loss. Relationships based on faulty foundations are meant to end at this time. Disappointment is a form of perception. If your expectations weren't met, a sense of loss arises, along with sadness and grief. Express these emotions. Tears are like healing rain that can restore life to a parched inner landscape. Growth is always assured. Whatever the loss, however great it is, let go and experience your feelings so you may soon see what beauty lies ahead. Experience your feelings, man. Just experience your feelings. Oh, I never noticed she was netted. Oh, honey. Okay, number 9. Go with God. Keep your light on. Good luck. I don't know why I'm played with like that. I'm tired. I've been doing this for 2 hours. Hey, number 5. How are you, number 5? Hey, number 5. Reach out or wait. Reach out or wait. Reach out or wait. What does number 5 need to know about reaching out? What is number 5's guidance on reaching out? Yeah. You know what I'm asking. You know what I'm asking. I don't know what this is doing, but nah. Oh man. Alright. Fuck my life. Sad embrace. Sorry, we had this like 3 times in the reading before, so I'm Stormfields. They came like this, but this, I don't know. This is fine. Rescue. Peaks of joy. Commitment in reverse. I feel like one of my past people I read for is here. Is watching this. Oh. Firstly, it's okay to not be okay. It's okay to feel your sadness. There's a lot of protection on here, and the one card that's not in protection is Sad Embrace, which is, I mean, just sad anyway. And there's Peaks of Joy, which is, I don't understand. I don't understand why it's here. Kind of feels like whatever you've been through is going to lead you to this. Thank you for that. I appreciate it. This talks about breaking contracts or going very, very slowly in contracts and looking at whatever contract you're about to enter into meticulously and really looking at it now before it's too late. So if there's that kind of thing that's going on in your world right now, really be meticulous about that. It also kind of mentions about the commitment you want maybe not coming in the way that you want it to or coming right now. Overall, I kind of feel like if you were to reach out, this is not the time for it. There's still some things that you need to deal with and handle, either within yourself or in other parts of your life, maybe work or something like that. But no one, and I shouldn't say no one's coming to save you. I'm just like it's just I feel like maybe a part of you is a little bit avoiding having to deal with other situations, and reaching out to this person might be more of a distraction than anything. Let me see what else is coming through. There's something else coming through. You do belong here. So this came up in one other reading, and it really talks about like trying to rescue someone else or you trying to be rescued. And then this one does talk about like it may not be. It feels like a bit of like a delay, honestly, but I don't know. It also talks about if there's a commit like a relationship, you might not receive the commitment you want. But obviously that also means that something better is coming, because Peaks of Joy is here to be like, hey, but something better is coming. It's just right now there's a bit of a shitstorm happening, and it's going to lead to this. Like this is just really funny because it kind of looks like there's like, you know, like this storm here, continues through the clouds, and she's like, yay, I'm out, I am free, which feels really nice. And this even might be this lady here. She's wearing white, right? So maybe, I don't know, maybe you broke up, or maybe there's been an ending or something in your life and you're sad about it, and you're thinking, oh, maybe I should go back, maybe I should reach out and see, maybe this will help fix things, and la la la, maybe I can save them, maybe I can turn it around. No. No. Yeah. This also talks about breaking agreements. I think I said that, like taking things either real slow, or just breaking agreements, or walking into a contract that you will regret later. Not a good time to enter into any agreements that'll tie you up for a long period of time, which kind of feels like a long-term commitment, like, oh yeah, commitment, long-term relationship or anything like that. Trying to start something that's just not the right time for you. And I also feel like there's something you're avoiding doing in your own world. Like you're avoiding, I do feel like, yeah, something you're avoiding in your own world, and you are dealing with some sadness. I don't want to not acknowledge that, but yeah, I feel like whatever it is you're going through in terms of the storm or whatever it is going to lead to this. But as far as reaching out, man, the commitment card says no. Commitment card says no, not right now. Like, this is not the time. It's not the time. I do feel like this is one of my clients. Like, this is someone I've read for. I'm feeling a very familiar energy or vibe here. Let's see what happens if you wait. Let's see what happens if you wait. Oh, Lord. My foot fell asleep, honey. Oh, I have 2 more people to read for. AKA 4 more situations to read for. 5 with this one. Haha, 5. What could happen if they wait? What could happen if 5 waits? What do we need to know about waiting for 5? And what's the guidance for waiting? Oh. Hey. Let's see what else before I... Hey! Get too excited. One more. Give me one more. Make it a good one. No. It's not bad. It's not bad. It's real good, actually. Alright. So waiting will help you realign your compass. What was your reading before? Sadness, the commitment, the storm, peaks of joy, and what was here? I forgot. What the hell was there? I don't remember. Sacred place, pool, coming to life, and awakening. Ah, wow. Embodiment, awakening, and compass. Those are like my keywords that I like hear, know when I see these words. So I said yay, because whatever it is that you want, right? The commitment was breaking. Whatever the other card, I don't remember what the hell that card was. And all that stuff is like, first off, you're chillaxing. Like, things... That peaks of joy, she was in the clouds. And in this one, she's not only more grounded, she's like going with the flow. She's waiting, but also kind of projecting the mirror of what she truly wants out into the world. And And the sacred pool talks about kind of being a mirror, as within as without, right? I made that up. But how we see the world and what we want for ourselves, if we get to embody that, then the world reflects that. I love this quote that my spiritual teacher likes to use. I don't know who said it. I don't remember who said it. Oh, was it her? Yeah, it was her. But the quote is like, when we take one step towards spirit, no, the universe takes 10 steps towards us. And this kind of reminds me of like when it comes to our desires and what we want, we just have to sometimes have faith and just relax and go with the flow and just really just be, and embody what it is we want, and the world will reflect it for us. And there will be some change in that, some inner changes that need to happen as reflected by the compass. There will be a realigning of the compass, and it does need to be realigned. And it does take time to change our paradigm, to shift how we think of things, how we think of ourselves, and how we think of what we desire in our lives. This is about waiting. I'm forgetting what I'm saying. So waiting will help do that. And waiting is, I love this card. Golly. Here's something that I saw too. You see that? It's a very similar landscape. So she'll come to life to realign her compass. Ah, it's wonderful. I love it. I love it, love it, love it. It's a beautiful sky. I really do. So she's slowly coming to life. She'll slowly, be be awakening, be coming into her own. God, what is the word? What is the phrase? Please just come. What is the phrase I'm looking for? Tip of my tongue. Oh my goodness. What is the word I'm thinking of? I forget. But something beautiful is being born. Something beautiful is coming. It's transforming from something stagnant to lit up, right? Electrified. And it talks about something that you've wished for a long time is beginning to show signs of life. So in the wait, I feel like while it might be a bit trying, yeah, it will be trying, and transform, like change. It will change. You'll be changing, right? There will be some transformation and changes. It's just you will see certain things beginning to change if you haven't already. If you haven't already begun to see things slowly manifesting. If not, lean back and see. Open your eyes truly, not from a place of lack, but from a place of just observing, and see what actually has been coming forth. It could be just in terms of how you started watching these kinds of videos, or have been watching these kinds of videos, and they feed you in some way. So I love the last line in this. In this it says, just allow spirit to guide you or something. Just show up. Just show up and you'll be fine. All she doesn't have to do anything to come to life. She just has to be. Like, she's not like forcing her way out. She's not dusting herself off. She's just she's just there. She's just coming to life, minding her own, being. Similarly to this lady, just being, this person, just being. I love that. Thank you, number 5, for that. I hope you're good. I look forward to seeing you in the comments. Please like the video if you liked it. Please subscribe if you would like to subscribe. That would be kind of cool. And I look forward to speaking with you. Keep your light on, honey. And goodbye. Really? I only have 15% battery. It's been at 15% for how long? Hey, number 2. Hey, number 2. Reach out or nah. Reach out or wait, right? What's the guidance for reaching out? Oh, wow. Okay, what's the guidance for reaching out? That's contradictory. I don't understand what you're saying. I hope that's clarification, because that don't make no sense. I mean, I guess it could, but... Oh, right. Oh, I don't know. We'll see. Ah, that is hilarious. I have never seen that before. Okay, what? That didn't help. That didn't help. You're trying to get me in trouble up in here. Alright, education. There is no protection on this board. Solitude. This is the first time I have not gotten any protection, but education might as well be a protection card. I mean, it doesn't mean it. Alright, magical map shifter. Stuck in the mud. What does this have to do with reaching out? Like, I don't understand. Alright. Let me just show you what I saw. Which I thought was really cool. Oh, that's even more interesting. Damn, you guys. Alright. Education, she's like by some sort of body of water or mist. Who really knows? I'm gonna say body of water. And it kind of looks like that. Let me see. Like it's connected. Like she's off in this side of the... She's outside of her little hut. Went to read her little book. Consulting YouTube. What should I do? Should I talk to him? What's he doing? But then she's kind of stuck in the mud too. Like, the mud is probably somewhere in the marsh behind or something where it's like you're kind of stuck doing the same thing. And not really going anywhere. Just kind of just doing the same thing over and over and over again. Just going around in a circle. Should I reach out? I don't know. Let me see what he's doing. You spying on him, number 2? The education... No, that's not what I want to talk about. Yeah, the education card. Sometimes when it shows up in this position, it means, I can't know, or you can't know. So, I feel like in reaching out, you want to be certain, obviously, or you wouldn't be watching this video, but you want to be certain that in reaching out, things will change. That there maybe be a new person, and you're hoping. I'm getting like, this is what you're hoping. Like, there's that kind of agenda to you reaching out. Maybe you've been doing no contact for a while, or have thought about it. I just don't really know what he's doing here. He talks about someone kind of coming along and helping you or changing the situation. He might really be here to... He talks about people who come to help you on your path. A soulmate who comes to help you on your path. What I'm trying to get from this reading, what I'm trying to tease out, is like what this means to you about reaching out. The story that I'm getting isn't so much about you reaching out, but about you and your journey and where you're at. So I'm just going to say that. And you can cuss me out in the comments if you want. This is your guidance. At least I'll follow that trend and see what the reaching out message will be. Especially the wait message might have a bit more for us, but whatever. I feel like this person has kind of made you go into a little bit more introspection, because the solitude card is about being alone and hermiting and going within. To me, going within is very especially kind of helped by this card. This card I typically see as like stubborn, and things like that, but here, because it's so connected, kind of makes me feel like this person, whomever it is that you want to reach out to, are you trying to even maybe thank them? Like, I know I've gone from like different opposing sides, but like, is a part of you trying to thank them? I don't know. I don't know, number 2, but they have had an impact on your life, and maybe you're not even at the point to really thank them or anything, but like you're kind of at an impasse where you don't know what to do. And of course I said that because otherwise, why would you be watching this video? As in, at least like that's like maybe a reason for you to watch this video, or trying to see what you should do. After going into yourself and being introspective about what's been going on with you and them, and really just what that means about you, you've come up with certain ideas, and now you're kind of stuck about what to do. you're kind of in an impasse. You're either this bird who wants to fly away, or this little baby elephant that wants to just kind of hang out and go around in circles, go back into solitude, go back into either stalking or hawking, and and going in within yourself, and or just abandoning the situation altogether, or just going around in circles and just keep coming back. You just keep coming back to this place, just keep going around in circles, coming back to this place, coming back to this place, and you're just going around and around, going around and around. So I mean, maybe if you reach out, I'm not sure if that's symbolic of your cycle with this person, perhaps for someone else, or for someone watching this, what it's been with this person has been a cycle. It has been a cycle with this person. It has been a cycle, stuck between a rock and a hard place, stuck between knowing that there's someone special to you and that they're meant to, further who you are as a person, going into yourself. And I don't know, I know no contact still kind of feels like a thing. I don't feel like you've been badgering them or anything like that, but I feel like maybe energetically a lot of your path has been, especially recently, has been inspired by this person, whomever they are, and they have affected how you see yourself and how you spend time with yourself. And you're going within, and you're also just kind of doing a lot of research, either on self, on them, on other stuff. Let's see. So, if that's the case, and you're just kind of stuck between staying where you're at or choosing to fly away, maybe you're not done yet trying to figure out what you want. If you've been in this place for a while, let's see what wait says for you. But I'm getting some stagnancy as in terms of just like doing the same thing over and over. You might need to get some advice, some help, maybe. Oh, something is missing. Can I have the missing piece, please? It's not from the cards, I know that. It might also be a message to someone or you that, as opposed to, sorry for the reception, as opposed to being, like, okay, like, take advantage of, like, the fact that you're stuck, where do take the time to go within, like, go within more into yourself and explore this pattern, explore yourself in this pattern, explore the other person in this pattern, explore where that pattern could have come from within you, so that you don't keep repeating it, whatever the pattern is for you. Explore it within yourself. Like, if you have been researching and looking at different things, kind of start doing now. Start really going within and asking yourself, okay, what does this mean for me? Where does this show up for me? And not just getting bits of pieces here and there, but really actually eating and digesting and really going into yourself and trying to figure out what it is for you specifically, what this pattern means, as opposed to, oh, it could be this, oh, it could be that. Yeah. I think it's to take advantage of the stuckness. Like maybe you want to get out of it, and I think it's to get out of the pattern, but use the stuckness to move you forward. Let's look at what weight says for you, because yeah, if your pattern has been to reach out, then kind of look out for like, why do you reach out? Not just to get in touch, but why do you reach out? Why do you want to reach out? And starting to be more introspective about what it is you get from reaching out. Okay. What? Waiting. Number 2. And waiting. Number 2 and waiting. You need to know about waiting. And what? What's the guidance on waiting? Let's try. Calling for backup. Sad embrace and protection. Moonlight. Goblins. Peaks of joy and protection. When I say retreat, I don't mean to have those patterns be replaying in your head over and over and over again and thinking about them over and over and over again. I mean, if this was your pattern, look at it from an objective standpoint. Use your inner wisdom to look at your pattern from an objective standpoint. So look at your pattern as if they were happening to someone else, or look at your patterns from a place of love, right? Look at your patterns from a place of someone who cares about you, and don't crucify yourself over them. Don't hammer yourself and say, oh, you freaking idiot, you dumb like, you don't call yourself names. That's not what I mean when I say retreat. That's not what I mean when I say look at your patterns. What I mean by that is to look at them constructively, not in a place where you damn yourself deep, like just hammer yourself and lord it over yourself. Thank you. No, it's in a way that, okay, what can I learn from this? What can I take from this and grow from? What can I take from this and find joy in? Now, Peaks of Joy does talk about, oh man, everything escapes me. Kind of looking at like material things, like I'll be happy when, don't wait until you've fixed your pattern to be happy. So yeah, retreat, right? Yeah, go not retreat, but like go into yourself, right? Intuitively, into your heart, into your inner being. You don't necessarily have to retreat from people. You just go into you and explore you. If you need a coach, find a coach to just know you. Take some time for you and unpack your stuff. but don't suffer over your stuff. Like, don't crucify yourself over your stuff, and don't think you have to wait until your stuff is sorted for you to be happy. You can be happy as you're going into and exploring yourself and your stuff. You don't have to wait until to be fully healed to find joy. You can have joy and explore your patterns and your stuff without having to be so hard on yourself, from point of view of, oh, you dumb, you idiot, you stupid, you moron, how could you do this again, how blah 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 blah, like that kind of thing. Like, you don't have to do that. So man, I don't look. Number 2, your guidance is completely different. I think the overall thing is, it feels like a weight, but if it is a weight, it's not like you don't need, you're not waiting. You can have joy as you wait. Okay, that's your message. Overall, you can have joy as you wait and as you explore yourself, as you go into yourself. You don't have to be, man, this is so freaking sad. I mean, she's hugging herself. This woman is denying herself happiness as she's being intuitive. Don't do that. Just don't do that. Find some joy. Take a walk. Go pet a puppy. Just sing a song, write a song, paint a painting. Find something that's gonna bring you joy as you explore yourself. I find meditative practices isn't always just meditating. For me, painting is meditating. For me, sewing is meditating. For me, washing dishes is meditating. So yeah, take that as you will. Oh, I hope you're okay, number 2. I'd love to hear from you in the comments. If you'd like to like the video, please feel free to. If you'd like to subscribe, I'd love to have you. Love to have you. I'd love to have you. And while shuffling the cards, I was like, okay, feels like there's one more message for number 2. Please let it come out. Shuffle, shuffle, shuffle. Pop, 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 pop. Peaks of Joy came up reversed. Like, it doesn't want you. This card doesn't want to be like this. Like, when I was getting this card repeatedly, as things were starting to shift in my life, it would come out like this, and I'd be like, no, why? And then it would come up like this, and it's almost the same message. At least for me, it was like the same message. It was like, just be happy now, just be happy now, just be happy now, just be happy now, just be happy now. Like, you can be happy now. And I was like, I'm not happy, I'm sad. And it's like, just be happy now, just be happy now. But I also realized that it was a sign that good things were coming, and they were. They did come. So good things are coming, number 2. You don't have to wait for them to come. They can come now. Alright. I knew there was something else for you. I'm done here. I'm not doing this anymore with you. Keep your light on. Look. Friggin' moonlight's on the bottom. Keep your light on. Okay, number 2. And, good luck, honey. Stay in the present. Keep your spark alive. So much guidance coming in for you. Alright, number 2. Good luck. Good luck. Hey, number 4. Hey. Hey, number 4. Hola, numero 4. It's 2 a.m. where I am. I've been filming for 2.5 hours. Number 4, you're always the last one I end up doing, and I always end up telling you how long I've been filming for, and then someone sweet in the comments is like, "Aw," and I'm like, wait, what? Did I talk about that? Number 2, we're gonna be asking for some guidance on what it looks like to reach out, what the guidance is on reaching out, and what the guidance is on waiting. I'd love to hear from you in the comments if you'd like. Me to book a private session if you want, you can. My readings are guidance based. This is raw, so there's no editing. The best I can do is mute the microphone so I can scream. Oh gosh, I need that card to go away. Okay, what's the guidance on reaching out for number 4? What could happen if number 4 reaches out? What do we need to know about reaching out for number 4? Help us out. Yeah. Okay. That's the same thing I was getting. Thanks. I appreciate it. So slow and steady, Field of Dreams, and the movement card. I swear these cards are so like, what's going on today? Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. I get it. It's fine. Yeah, I get it. It's fine. I mean, overall, I'm saying reaching out wouldn't be so bad. Just move slowly. I feel like this wants me to really get this reverse. So, I mean, this in the upright says you're in a time of positive forward motion. This is a time for positive momentum as you come out of a period of restriction. You're in a stage of new adventure and discovery. And then it goes on. I'm not going to read the rest of it. I don't think that's necessary. Already, I mean, this to me is, obviously this is movement. Like, this is the only movement card. Now, it did come out in protection. But the message that I was getting before, this was like, I didn't need this. This was like confirmation from me, and I appreciate that. That's interesting. Reaching out wouldn't be bad. Just go easy, go slow, go steady. Go slow and steady? Yeah, go easy, go slow, go steady. Be careful of where you're walking. Twigs and things like that. Like, be steady on where you're walking. Be careful of what you're thinking of. Be careful of the seeds that you're planting as you move forward. If you do decide to reach out, you are still sovereign. I am gonna look at them. This is really saying something. Now, 2 steps forward, 5 steps back. Even backward movement helps you progress and reach your goal. So I don't know what could happen if you reached out. I don't know. I mean, we did ask, but it might seem like a backslide. So I'm not sure. So I think the slow and steady is really like go slow. You may need to revisit some of the places where you forgot to look for treasure, which again, this feels like some treasure here, and walking in this direction of slow and steady. And it does talk about revisiting, and revisiting is reaching out to me, so that's fair. Another message for this is lessons need repeating for those who refuse or are unable to learn them the first time. Consider this another invitation to mastery. So look, I don't know what spirit or the guidance is trying to tell you here with that necessarily. I feel like you know your situation. I think it's a warning, a protection, obviously, saying that, whatever you do, like I was saying earlier, be careful of where you're treading, number one, and be careful of what you're planting, number two. I said that earlier. And this card reaffirms it, reaffirms this message of go slow, go easy. If you do decide to move forward, I never saw them orbs before. Yeah, go with balance, go with peace, go slowly. If you message, don't expect a response. And I say that only because then your response is pure and it's not tainted with goblins and ill intention, right? I'm seeing this love. Go move forward with love, and if you do decide to move forward. Cutely, 1221. Angel numbers are fun to play with. 2 + 8, 10, completion. What? Alright. Let's see what it looks like to wait. Oh, number 4. Thank you so much for that. I really hope your wait message is something nice, too. What does it look like to wait? Okay. What do we need to know about waiting? This might be all we need to know about waiting, I feel like. Yeah. The movement card talked about you may need to revisit, and something about treasure, protecting treasure came up. So this is Jesus Christ. This is the first time that the Dragon's Lair card has come up in reverse in all of these readings that I've done. This has come up quite a couple times. But number 4, the message I'm getting is I don't know if you've been stubborn or kind of suffering over your own suffering. That's like literally the thing that I always get from that card. But so stubborn, suffering over your own suffering, like I'm not sure if you've been this little young lady here who's kind of like hiding, being, protected from the storm here. She's kind of afraid but stubborn to go out into the world and kind of face the storm and find real protective self, and just scared. I'm not sure if you've been I'm seeing the same girl. You seeing this? Mamacita. So I'm getting don't wait. I feel if she waits here any longer, this will not be enough to protect her. I feel like she needs to take that umbrella and go find actual proper shelter. That bird too, I don't know what that bird's doing. That bird needs to actually find proper shelter. I don't know who that bird thinks it's kidding. It looks like it's waiting on her. Maybe you're waiting on your person to contact you. Meanwhile, you're out in the rain just waiting. When you need to go find shelter, you need to go find, you might be that bird, honey. You need to go find your peace. You need to go find and protect yourself, because this person is fine. You need to go. Time to move cautiously, or you might be repeating a lesson, right? You need to protect yourself, your treasure too. There's a couple of messages from that, but I do see this coming apart of like, I feel like it's a bit of a warning, like separation. Separation. If you wait, if that's what you want, okay, cool, you'll get it. But this kind of tells me a story of kind of like holding on to what happened. I don't know what happened. I don't know your situation. Don't come for me. This is just broad strokes. holding on to the situation, suffering over your own suffering of like, oh, but they did this, they did that, and maybe they did, maybe I don't know your situation, but it feels like waiting is not may not be the best option. Now, for how long or for whatever, I don't know. But I literally keep looking at the coming apart card and being like, yeah, separation is at hand. Let me even reaffirm that for you. Oh, it's hilarious. Wow. 45, 46, suffering your own over your own suffering leads to, after that, is coming apart. That's crazy. That's crazy. La 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 la. Do 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 do. The coming apart card is a sign to put an end to what is no longer working for you. Has a commitment been broken? Perhaps you need to break a promise or change course because you took on more than you could handle. This is a perfect time to reassess your goals and values. Are your actions in alignment with what you believe in? Have you created a partnership that is not mutually beneficial? Separation, disillusion, and dispersion are all in focus now. If someone wishes to break away from you, don't chase the relationship out of a sense of fear. The price you'll pay will not be worth the prize. Separation brings good fortune. So it could. So if that's what you want, this is what that could lead to. And perhaps that is the temporary shelter that you want. Perhaps you're okay underneath this storm, crying and being in the rain. Again, I don't know what your individual situation is, but I feel like I should also look into I'm tired, number 4. So here she's reading, right? She's learning a lesson. She's learning education. The Dragon's Lair says, red flags shouldn't be ignored. Don't be seduced into learning a lesson that will hurt your heart. Temptation and intrigue abound. Be careful because you can't win this particular challenge. Heed this gentle warning about wanting and longing and the fantasy of belonging to something or someone or an identity that has no substance or longevity. So I don't know what waiting has been for you, or if it's been an entity, if you've been holding on to your suffering so much so that it might actually lead to coming apart. And if that's the path that needs to take, that's the path that needs to take. Maybe that is your way of protecting yourself, maybe, right? But, don't fool yourself, the Dragon's Lair says, if that is your situation. That's funny. I'm so glad I read this. Listen to this, honey. Listen to this. Ignore this alarm and you'll wander in circles. We literally had another reading, it was number 2's reading, the one before this, where that reading was literally about like repeating patterns, going around in a circle, and I was just like, I don't even know like what the movement is but for you, but that was a full-on like guidance for that person. They really need to be sovereign and make that choice. I hope they know what they need to do. I'm not sure if it's you, number 4, but it's hilarious. It's funny. Anyway, ignore this alarm and you'll wander in circles near the edge of a dragon's lair. Choose another path, for your treasures lie elsewhere. If that's the case, then this bird needs to go elsewhere, because that's not going anywhere. Or this little girl needs to stop laying and hoarding over these things and go elsewhere. But who knows? This is also in the upright, not in the protection, so who knows? Maybe your treasure does lay elsewhere and waiting if the situation for you is to not wait. But if you have been getting the urge to reach out and it is a pure, innocent urge and not one of obsession, and you know who you are, You know, take this gentle warning. I got no strings to hold me down, to make me fret or make me frown. I read the protection card. The pulls are really interesting. It says your loyalty is an important theme now. I mean, let me not say that. I feel like I don't want to trivialize whatever situation this was. So I'll start off with saying, although this is a time of great risk, know that at a fundamental level, you're able to move forward safely and securely. La 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 la. Your loyalty is an important theme now. Nurture that which you hold dear. This is a good time to strengthen bonds of friendship and ensure their integrity. If you feel tested right now, know that a true, loyal heart always achieves its aim. Take refuge under an angel's wing. You are not alone and have no need to fear. Embrace your courage. I think you know it's good. Number 4. The choice is yours. Let me know what happens, number 4. I hope you're okay. I hope you're okay. Don't come for me, though. Whatever happens, do not come for me. Aw, be encouraged. You might be a bit scared. It'll realign your compass. In reverse, it's probably going to be a little bit painful, to be honest. In reverse, the coming apart card shows me a butterfly. I don't know if I should read that. I guess I should, but I don't want to. Some cards, the messages and what I say, and in addition, in the guidebook. The guidebook is potent. It helps me with even more keywords. Because, especially to explain it to you all, because when I'm reading for myself, I can do the thing. And have the cards spout out, and I can look at them and be like, okay, fine. And I've got the message, like, intuitively. But when it comes to explaining it to someone else, explaining it to you all, especially the masses, I have to, actually explaining it to anybody, I need to often look at the guidebook and see what words hit. And typically that leads me to my next thought. So when I sing, when I hum, when I'm tapping, or when I'm moving, or if I'm looking at a certain card, that's like my intuitive nudges and hits to look at that card and either read it in the guidebook, and then it helps me piece together what's happening, or it just affirms what I said prior to really give more confidence to the message that I'm relaying. And it's also a nice little, you're doing good, girl, from my highest self, who's like, you need to stop doubting yourself, honey. You do good all the time, for whom it may concern. So it's straight. I appreciate you for watching, number 4, and hearing me say those last final words. I hope you're well. I hope you take care of yourself and each other. Hey, Jerry Springer. Keep your light on, number 4, and good luck. The stream has ended. Go in peace. Romance angels are like, you didn't play with us. You didn't play with us at all. Y'all want to say something to any stragglers? Nope. Quiet. See? Oh. They don't feel like they belong in this reading. And they're right. Oh. Romance angels crack me up. Anyway. Go with God. Good luck. Keep your light on, and deuces.